welcome back. We're taking a break from some challenges and some hard-hitting questions from area athletes. Just going to sit down and talk a little bit about the postseason. I'm Chuck Martinez-Brandon, joined by my colleague way over to my left,
Tim McDonough.
And we've got a special guest this week, Lynn Groll. He covers the DC men's and women's teams, and we'll be talking a little bit of Defiance College this week, too.
Let's jump right in there, Chuck. What do you say? What do you say, Lenny? How about those DC men?
Yeah.
National tournament time. How about that? ACC champs. Talk about it.
It's been an exciting week out at Defiance College. I think there's been a lot of buzz and a lot of people asking about the college. And they had a big selection special out there on Monday morning in the Schaumburg Auditorium, and there was a good crowd of people out there. So it's been a fun week at DC.
Where are you going this week, and who they got?
Heading down to the College of Wooster for a little regional. There's 4 teams there. Defiance plays Wisconsin Whitewater on Friday night at 6. Whitewater is number 8 in the nation right now and have had a great season, playing a very good league and played the second toughest schedule in the nation this year. So it's a big challenge for the Jackets.
What do you know about them?
They're big and physical. That is the big thing. They got a big 6'9", 235-pound center who's going to be a load for the college. And then their power forward is a D1 transfer from UW Milwaukee. He's 6'6", 230, and then they have a 6'4" small forward that's a pretty big guy too. So the Jackets got their work cut out for them.
What's the bottom line of this thing, Lenny? DC got a chance?
Yeah, I think they do. Why not? It's a tournament. Go down there and see what happens. Defiance has playing their best basketball right now. So why not go down there and see what they can do?
Sounds like you're going to have some fun this week.
Yep.
Someone else taking a road trip this week, aren't you?
I'm going to the state's capital for a little wrestling action.
Well, you're the wrestling guy. What's going on down there? Who do you like? What's going on?
Well, I'll tell you who I like. I really like B.J. Miller. I think he's got a real good shot to be wrestling Saturday night. That means state championship match for you non-wrestlers out there. And if he could make it, he'd be the first Defiance wrestler to make it that far since the early 70s when Dave Harrow did it. So hopefully he can do it. It's set up well for him, the way they set up the brackets. Right now he's a projected state runner-up, so the number 1 wrestler in the 112-pound division in Division II is on the opposite end of the bracket. So if they were to meet, it would be in the finals on Saturday. So I really like BJ's chances. He just got to stay aggressive, and this is his 4th time down there, so he's used to how it goes. So when he walks out in front of 10,000 people, he'll be ready.
Well, I was reading your previews today, Chuck. Total of 27 guys from the area. Anybody else got a shot to be wrestling Saturday night?
Yeah, I think Patrick Henry's senior. Alex Lopez, I think he's got a real good shot. Obviously, he made the championship match last year. Wrestled some Stieber kid from Monroeville. He's going to win 4 titles this year. But they're in separate weight classes this year, so at 130, I think Alex has a real good shot. Undefeated so far this year. He's got like 44 wins.
Wow.
So I think he's got a real good shot. And I think back in Division II, I think Nick McCall might surprise some people from Wauseon. 171-pounder, finished 8th last year, but he's really starting to step up. And talking to Coach Ritter this week, he said he hasn't even peaked yet. He said he's just now starting to hit his stride, so that's real good for Nick. I think he's going to do some good things this weekend, too.
Talk about taking that trip to Columbus, Chuck. Got to be fun. It's what this whole year is about, isn't it? You get to get the reward here at the end of the year.
That's right. I always talk about the Vision Quest, and if you see the movie, the wrestlers are all about, getting to Columbus. And if you cover these kids, the state tournament for me is just as much fun as it is for them. They set up, they've got 10 mats inside the Schottenstein Center, and if you've never seen a tournament, let alone a state tournament, 10 mats all going at once. It's just phenomenal, and it's a great weekend of wrestling. And I think last year they had more than 70,000 people total came in and watched the tournament, so it's a really fun time.
Wow. Well, I'm going to be doing some boys basketball on Friday, Chuck. I'm heading all the way out to Defiance High School to see Division III action.
Your mileage check is
He's going to
kicking
Worcester.
it
He's
up.
going to Columbus. I'll be out at Defiance High School. I'll be seeing Tenora and Archibald try to defend some sectional championships. Of course, we know Tenora made the trek to Columbus last year. They play Paulding, and Archibald plays LC. Those 2 teams beat Fairview and Hicksville last night, so I'll see those sectional championships. We're just getting started in boys basketball.
Yeah.
A lot of area teams hitting the floor on Friday trying to win sectional championships all over the place. It'd take me forever to get into all of those, but I'm telling you, I'll be at Defiance. I'm looking forward to those 2 games. I think Archibald will have maybe a little bit too much firepower for LC, but Paulding Tenora should be a very interesting matchup.
Talk a little bit about the Rams. They've had their struggles this year and some different controversies.
Ups
How do you think they're going to do now?
downs,
That tournament time?
injuries. I think they're ready. I think they need to have the young kids like Gilliam and Mankey really step up and play like they have toward here at the end of the year. You know, the Gilliam kid went for 25 when they won over at Archibald in overtime over there, and Tenora ran into the Kallidas and the Continentals at the end, who are going to be very tough in Division IV. Pandora Gilboa's out there in D4. All those PCL teams could be 3 PCL teams matching up there in Division IV. Antwerp's another team that could make a run in Division IV. Division II, obviously, Bruce is going to be heading to Swanton to see the Bulldogs play. They're the #1 seed. They play Maumee. A lot of people think they got a regional run in them, maybe longer. Let's see what happens with those guys. Boys basketball should be really fun. There are a lot of teams that really have a chance to make a run. OG's included in that, too, in Division III. Now we're here, maybe all 3 of us can jump in. We don't cover girls basketball, but we all read about it all the time. I mean, there's a couple of really good districts out there. I think there's that Division IV district over at Liberty Benton, is it? I'm not sure where it is, but Ottoville, Delphus St. John's, Delphus Jefferson, and Callida are all there, and that's 3 of the top 6 teams in the entire state all matching up there. What do you guys think about stuff like that?
Yeah, I think Adam Huber's got to be the key for the Lady Wildcats.
I would agree about that. Coach, got to go with Hughes.
Coach, that's right. Former CN colleague here, of course, now a teacher and an assistant coach at Callida. Shout out for you, Hughes. Go get him. That should be fun.
Yeah.
Napoleon and Wasion in Division II matching up against a couple of WBL schools, Bath and Salina. That should be interesting. Who's left over? Oh, Tenora Lady Rams. There's another team that's out there. Archibald in girls.
Yep. There's a lot of teams that had really good regular seasons.
Holgate girls are still out there in D4. They're south too. That's all. It's going to be. I think that's shaping up. I think we're going to have more teams than we think.
Think anybody can make it to the big show?
I think so. I think we have a chance maybe getting two teams.
Yeah.
Maybe
Really?
one from each division. You never know. I think that should be interesting in girls. So
Stein and Ice are going to have their work cut out for
going to
them.
be a busy weekend for them.
Yeah.
So, well, we didn't have any challenge Chuck for you this week, but we don't mind talking sports. Come back and see us again. We got some more stuff coming probably next week, talking tournaments. Chuck will wrap up wrestling. Lynn can talk about what happened last week at DC, and I'll talk some boys and girls again. We'll see you next week.